Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I am Aaron.
And I am Vince.
And this is the universe's only improv comedy Dragon Ball watch-along podcast. We're going through every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball on this podcast, and we're going to get right to it. And no one likes us joking around in any way, shape, or form.
No, this is now a serious podcast.
It's a serious discussion, and the first serious thing we do is Kame Housekeeping, which is a series of serious segments that get you, the audience, ready for the podcast ahead in case maybe you've missed a few episodes. And the first part of Kame Housekeeping is the world famous UN sanction and Olympic Committee approved the Triforce of Comedy. The 1 minute roundup. Dishes sound.
My hands are pruned. I feel like I've been here long enough to work off the debt of the meal I couldn't pay for.
No, that meal was several $100s. You know how much dishwashers make? Not
Several
much.
$100?
Hold on. Let me ask our regular dishwasher who we're still paying. Hey, Lenny.
Yeah, boss.
How much you make an hour?
$2, boss.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, boss.
Lenny, let's forget this other guy real quick. Why didn't you say anything? That's nothing.
It's because I believe in the TGI Fridays promise, boss.
And scene. Love a scene where you ignore the first person.
Yes, and that person means nothing to us anymore.
There's no emotional stakes. But that, ladies and germs, is the 1 minute roundup. The beginning of the 1 minute roundup where we do a silly little improv scene to loosen or tighten our improv muscles. And it gets us ready for the 1 minute roundup proper, which is usually where one of us has to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball thus far. For folks that have not listened to the podcast in a while, folks that aren't watching the episodes along at home, we'll catch you up. You're ready to go. But this time, we have a 1 minute roundup that has been sent in to us, and it is going to take a little bit of this clip needs some setup, as they say.
Okay.
So, this is from Donovan, and Donovan writes, "Hello, KHP boys. Working in the ZTV studio in Gingertown, we get a lot of extra footage and audio we don't have any use for. And some of this stuff never sees the light of day. So it's a habit of mine to rummage through the old recordings to see if there's anything interesting. Well, today I hit the jackpot. It seems like this was some kind of promotional recording that never saw a public release, and I'm passing it on to you. Keep fighting, Donovan." Donovan, thank you for, I'm going to say,
Yeah, Donovan.
risking your job to give this to us?
Risking your job and writing a lovely piece of setup for it?
All right, so this is it. I'm going to play it right now, but I have to ask first, of course, whoever did this promotional thing that I don't know about, that Donovan set in, are you ready to round up?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you, Lenny. Here we go.
Howdy, folks. It's me, none other than your favorite #1 world martial arts champion and public darling, Hercule Satan. In exchange for covering the cost of my mansion's utilities for the next month, a generous anonymous patron has made a request of me to do something called a 1 minute roundup. Now, I ain't never heard of bull hockey like this, but a man can't live without his personal jacuzzi, so I got Ms. Pizza to run the concept by me. I think I got the gist of it. And I've also been asked to, before I start to answer this question, are you ready to round up? Normally I charge for paparazzi questions, but yes, I certainly am. So basically there are these 7 goo guys called the Dragon Balls, and if you put them all in the same spot, you get to wish for whatever the heck you want. Our story follows a hit named Goku who grew up out in the boonies learning how to bust heads. This squirt Goku goes up against a smorgasbord of ne'er-do-wells, including some blue guy, short guy with an eye patch, a big rabbit. Look, all you need to know is he ends up having a attack of his own one day. But then, his brother comes from space. Are you serious? I'm just skipping through all this boring crap. He defeats this big bad freezer guy by cutting him in half. Classic magic trick. Here we are. After scrapping some robots, this ugly son-of-a-bug charlatan calling himself Cell showed up and pulled the wool over everyone's eyes with his fancy light shows and magnets and paid actors, until one man stood above the rest, declaring that he would take no more guff from this oversized cockroach, and his name was Hercule Satan. Deftly, with his flurry of blows, he had Cell pleading for mercy. What? Wrap it up? Goku's stuck fighting fish and chumps in the afterlife or whatever. Whew. Easy peasy. Now where's my check? It better have at least 7 zeros in it. Mr. Satan doesn't perform for chump change. Here we are. What? 20 cents in a coupon for Quiznos? I don't even like Quiznos. What kind of cockamamie? Hold on, there's something on the back. What does this say? Cranium? I'm contacting my lawyers. Satan out.
Yes!
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Donovan,
my goodness.
Donovan, thank you so much for finding that audio. Nothing else about that you participated in.
Yeah,
Clearly.
thanks for finding that. I can't believe we got to pizza.
Yeah, pizza. Is Pizza a listener?
That was amazing.
Yes.
I can't believe ZTV was just sitting on that for so long.
No, they didn't put that live out onto the airwaves.
Right? It was when Quiznos was still around.
Oh, Donovan, thank you so much. That was
Thank you, Donovan. Holy moly.
delightful. And it allows us to go into the next part of Kame Housekeeping, which is where we let you know that Vince and I watched 2 different versions of the episode. The English dub, the Funimation dub. And that's one thing. And then the other version, the original language with subtitles. That's what I watch. And we do this because it is fun to compare and contrast and to see the differences, as big or little as they may be. And the first difference is usually the title. So Vince, will you please give us your title for this episode?
Absolutely. Here comes the title for episode 199 of Dragon Ball Z. Goku versus Pikkon.
That is correct.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mine does does things a little bit differently. Because for episode 199 of Dragon Ball Z, from the original Japanese, roughly translated, is "Don't let victory get away! Finish with an ultra-fast Kamehameha."
Ooh, ultra fast.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get it quick.
Kamehameha.
Yeah, unlike the way you said it. They needed ultra fast.
I guess he could only do it that way, and not cheap and not good, just fast.
Yeah. I need it on my desk by tomorrow morning. We need that. We'll send a giant, 50 gig update file when it releases. It'll be great. Everyone loves it. But let's get into this episode, because it is essentially one long fight. A great fight, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I think this was well worth the wait and some of the gobbledygook we went through with this little baby arc. So, everyone is freaked out by Goku becoming the legendary Super Saiyan. They're surprised at the raw ki and aura this man is giving off. And then we have King Kai just laughing like a little shit.
Oh, he is gloating. I wrote in my notes, because everybody kind of has a reaction to Goku's golden transformation. But the funniest one was East Kai saying, he might be contagious.
I wish.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can come into work. I'm Super Saiyan.
I can work from space because I'm Super Saiyan now.
Of course I can commute into the office because I'll just fly back for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back.
Man, if businesses could turn us all Super Saiyan, they'd save so much money.
Develop. Where's that? Instead of Tech Bros, make me fucking Super Saiyan.
Yeah,
That's
where are
what I
the
want.
key bros at?
I'll pay a subscription for that I'll forget about.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
4 hymns? Now giving you Saiyan supplements?
It's easy. Just take a picture of the back of your head. Then a doctor will see if Super Saiyan is right for you.
Go Casteride. Patented by... Oh.
But yeah, that's great line. Love that. There's just look, everyone should be stressed. There's a lot of energy pulsing around the stadium. There's lightning indoors, kind of.
Yep.
And the fight starts. So, Pikkon is super fast, can't get hit by Goku, ends up hopping on a moon and is like, over here, boys.
Yoo-hoo! He slowly pulls up the leg of his weighted pants to reveal a smooth, speckled calf.
Ooh. Goku does a wolf whistle because he's so excited to fight.
What is it? In Mind Pikkon, while he's standing on an asteroid, kind of gloating his speed over Goku, it says, your power is impressive, but you'll need more concentration to follow me. You've disappointed me, Goku. I'm ending this fight.
Ooh.
And that was Pikkon texting me that I misrepresented him.
He's like, I didn't say yoo-hoo. I didn't wave some sort of handkerchief. Get out of here.
How dare you? I know the power of a bare naked ankle.
We're a pious folk. Arms only.
The boys go wild for my spotted head.
You know how?
But then Pikkon, he starts screaming, and then starts spinning, and then announces he's using his hyper tornado attack.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad the name's still translated. Yeah. He just becomes a giant tornado that touches down, sucks up Goku, and kind of has him in a spin. This sucks for everyone. Mm-hmm. No one can stand this power. I feel so bad for a little green guy who's holding the umbrella.
Yes, gets knocked around quite a bit this episode. Yeah, he gets knocked around a bunch. Grand Kai gets knocked around a bunch. The viewing audience treated like the Demon World Tournament audience in Yu Yu Hakusho. Just fodder. Unfortunately for them, they cannot die.
There's the one bit in this is that all the Kais are trying to duck and cover. The East Kai, her hat gets flown off, including her wig, and it's shown that she has like a little 20s like curly Q haircut. And all the other Kais gasp.
Not only do they gasp, but they get comic book style panel reactions.
They all say Nani. Yeah, I'm like, what's the big deal?
Hey, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, a woman in a wig? Are you kidding me? The reveal that weaves are normal? We couldn't handle it back then.
Back then, correct. I shouldn't look at this through a modern lens where we all know. Yeah, don't blow up her spot. You politely turn around.
Yeah. You avert your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Weave goes back on. You're like, oh, your hair looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to my allies. Just say the hair looks nice. Don't ask how or why the hair changes length from day to day.
Yeah.
Just know. Just know. It's fine.
Okay. So Goku, he's tired of this. So what he does is that he looks at his notes. He powers up. Goku powers up so much that he's able to stop spinning, centers himself, gathers ki enough to dissipate the tornado. And then, ooh, baby, we see a kaio-ken.
First time in a long time that we've seen the kaio-ken attack or the kaio-ken technique used. But not only that, he's using it while in Super Saiyan form, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. And like, I know in Super that there are sequences in which Goku layers the kaio-ken technique on Super Saiyan Blue. And it's really cool to think that only in death did Goku think that this was a viable technique to use, and that he did not use it when fighting Cell, probably because he would have burned out his ki so quickly. Right? That's what I'm assuming.
I think so. We might have a bit of email discussing that later on, but
wink.
But yeah, I think because he only does it for a short burst. I was like, oh, is he going to be kaio-ken, Super Kaio-ken, as they calls it, for a while? It's like, no, he does it just enough to knock Pikkon into the moon. He tries to give him a blast. Basically, we get into a beam battle, but Goku is the only one using the beam. Pikkon is the beam.
Yeah, Pikkon enshrouds himself in like white energy and attacks Goku by becoming a whatever Pikkon is projectile. While this is happening, East Kai like looks over her shoulder to notice Grand Kai watching the fight and is like, "Hey, this is pretty exciting, right, Grand Kai? Either way, you're about to train somebody really, really well versed in martial arts." To which Grand Kai to himself says, "Oh yeah, I did say that. I was hoping they would have forgotten by now."
Audible gulp. Yeah.
Grand Kai is so Martin coded. Martin, you said you were going to teach everybody how to do the new dance. Gina!
He's got a neighbor named Shanae. That's just him.
Watch out, y'all. My neighbor, Grand Keisha, is about to come over. I may not be around for it. Oh, wait, there she is. Look.
Cut to. They did. I think they did do a split screen at some point.
Yeah, they did. They did a split screen in later seasons of Martin, but
usually it was just singles. So they just cut back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
What a show. Martin rules. Everyone can shut up.
I mean, is the show like incredibly impressive because it was clearly the voice of a black comedian being executed to its fullest, or is it less believable that in this world of fiction, Martin Lawrence is famous because of a public access television show that he runs?
I thought he was I thought he was in radio.
Mm-mm. I mean, he does it all, but he has a public access TV show at a point, and that is the main thrust of many episodes of Martin.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it. There's so much I've forgotten.
It's worth it. Martin's funny. He's a funny man. God, the physical bits.
Mm-hmm.
The disgusting sets for his disgusting friend's apartment. Oh, all the characters. Oh, Aaron, so many fake teeth used on the set of Martin.
This is the Martin cast now.
Welcome to the Martin cast.
So Grand Kai says, "Oh, Gina." He's sweating a little bit. Pikkon and Goku, they're back in the ring. They're panting. They're like, Goku's like, "Yeah, I love this. I'm a sick freak. I love to fight, and I'm so excited that you're strong, and that's why I'm doing well."
Mhm.
Pikkon kind of says the same thing. He's like, "Yeah, I'm happy to fight. Fighting makes me happy, so much so that I'm sorry I have to end this." Goku's
Ooh,
like,
that's a
"End
good
this?" And then he does some hand waving. Mm-hmm. He's
It's like
getting
a
ready.
really elaborate, like he's drawing energy, like in his movements, extending his arms in different ways. Goku clocks this and is like, his energy is spiking to an unbelievable amount. What's happening? And then Pikkon pulls together the sides of his fists
Mhm.
and announces yet another attack.
Yes.
Thunder Flash attack.
And as you would have guessed, what shoots out of his hands is fire, but also a commercial.
Welcome, one and all, to Riley Hopkins and their amazing friends, the actual play podcast that steals. What does that mean? That means that we take stories from corporations and come back and tell our own fanfic-inspired actual plays with them. We do things like a Star Wars podcast that takes place 300 years after The Last Jedi. What if any Zoids media was good? We tell stories in those spaces that are better than the ones that the corporations tell us, because we're not fucking cowards. Please, come join us at Riley Hopkins and their amazing friends to hear a plethora of wonderful stories every once in a while on the Moonshot Podcast Network. Riley Hopkins and their amazing friends. Hosted by me, Riley Hopkins.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well,
We're
I mean,
back from
that's
commercial.
smart because you shouldn't breathe in with a fire. Stay low to the ground.
That's right. Stop, drop, and roll. Three
Yeah.
things. One out of the three things Goku did in the face of this fire attack.
And he didn't even
Because
set up shop.
he gets walloped by this thing. And it does that amazing thing that animated fire attacks do. The tunnel of fire hits the back wall and then splays out in every direction, and we get another bit where the entire audience is engulfed in flame, as well as the Kais and Grand Kai and the green assistant.
Grand Kai lost his cigarette, and I was sad.
Oh yeah, that was a good little bit that I didn't pick up on. Like they set that up, like because Grand Kai is about to smoke a cigarette when East Kai is asking him about training Pikkon or Goku, and then when that fire attack hits, the cigarette is ashed completely, and Grand Kai coughs out a smoke ring, and that is the cigarette, the smoking joke, smoking.
I know, somebody stop him.
Somebody tell him that's bad for him. It's okay. The truth campaign was just getting started.
We're vaping now, which is much better.
Yeah.
Everyone loves single use lithium products.
That's right, baby. Nevada just got $2 billion richer or something because they unearthed the lithium mine.
Oh boy.
We're bringing mining back to America.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we brought all these South Africans over.
Jesus. Fuck.
Sorry. Afrikaners.
Yeah, that's the part I was upset about.
I know, Aaron.
Not any other part of it.
Be accurate.
So yeah, we get a crispy audience, but that's not enough for Pikkon. He's run it back, baby. It worked. He does another Thunder Flash. Our little green assistant has little X's for eyes after this one.
Yep.
I need a Grand Kai figure where he's on his throne and the little green guy's got an umbrella over him. I'd buy that's $100 on throw. I'd be willing to throw it there.
100. I'll raise you. 110.
Fine, 150.
Ooh, too rich for my blood. Psych, 120.
There's got to be something out there.
I know.
Ben Presto, you've done every other character.
If we were not on such a time crunch this episode, I'd be Googling it right this minute.
But we need to Google into Goku, even after the second blast, is on his back, but he's still in the ring. He's still living. They go up into the sky. The West Kai is very mad at Pikkon of like, how dare he throw that at... I forget his voice. He's just mad that he's mad that like, hey, Pikkon knew I was here. Why'd he do that? Also, he cracked my monocle.
Yeah, West Guy in mine is like, Pikkon, I told you. Only to use that move when you're very far away.
But I guess they hear him because they go very far away. They're
That's
up in
right.
the sky. I think at this point, the Grand Kai is really the only one that can clock what is happening.
They do like that interesting perspective shot to show that by seeing Goku and Pikkon in the reflection of his sunglasses while they hurtle through the space of the arena. And I think it's like off the back of an energy clash that sends them spiraling in either direction. They then gather themselves and touch what I wrote in my notes. They touch the wall and then they run back.
Yeah, the space that we are, this weird pocket dimension, it has a boundary. There's an ice wall.
There's an ice wall behind our giants.
There are dragons just outside of reach. But yeah, they bounce back off that. I think Goku sends. We have a nice little Piccolo nod because Goku does fire another blast at Pikkon. Pikkon just slaps it out of the air.
Oh yeah, the old Piccolo deflection chop. Backhand that bitch.
So he swats it away. They're able to
takes advantage of Goku being stunned that his Kamehameha wave has been dodged again. And I think internally Goku's like, man, I can't get a clean hit on this guy. What is going on? Pikkon then knocks Goku back into the ring and into the like they do like an interesting like. It's like a little Goku character fades into the background. So representing that they are now close enough for everybody to see. He lands in the ring, craters, and then Pikkon charges up the Thunder Flash attack one more time. Goku's like, I gotta figure it out. This is it. What's gonna happen if I... And then he sees the weakness in the attack, is able to instant transmission dodge the tunnel of fire. And if you're keeping track, that is the third time the audience has been burned this episode. He reappears in Pikkon's blind side, Kamehameha waves him into the wall. He lands outside the ring, and Goku is pronounced the winner of the Other World Tournament.
Yeah. Hi, I'm one of the Namekians in the crowd. If you look closely, I love this.
He's our man.
I don't know if you clocked it. There was one.
Oh, I didn't see.
There was. I wonder if he's like, I've heard about this Goku guy. He blew up my planet.
He's booing him.
Yeah.
He only got part of it.
Well, I mean, okay. So if you look back, the only reason Frieza knows about the Dragon Balls is because of the Scouters. I'm not blaming Goku for any of this.
No.
But
I mean, quite literally, you can blame Piccolo because he's the one who says it out loud.
That's true. Whoops.
To a dying Raditz.
I just wanted to gloat. I learned it from King Kai. If Dragon Balls existed and you had them in your position.
Yeah.
Well, the scenario is you're drunk at you have a few drinks at a bar with the boys, the Z boys in this case. And some friend is going to start bragging like, yeah, we can't die because we'll just get brought back to life, buddy.
Oh, God.
So let's fucking go. Let's take this outside.
Aaron, I hate to say it, but Family Guy did that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think there was an episode where Peter couldn't die. So I was like,
through 7 magic crystal balls?
I don't know if it was through 7 magic crystal balls or some kind of monkey's paw wish and not the monkey that terrorizes his son Chris at night. Mm-hmm. But I just remember Peter being at the Drunken Clam and them daring him to drink like 100 beers. And he does it and doesn't die. Look, this is not a Family Guy podcast. This is a Martin podcast.
Yeah.
So this is more like when Martin finds a lamp at Coney Island.
Wait.
That's not. I am now just guessing if I've hit an episode of Martin.
I feel like I think later on they would have gotten goofy enough.
Oh,
It's not outside the realm of reason that Martin had a genie episode.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, an alternate reality episode.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he wishes he never met Gina, falls asleep, and he's like just tossing and turning like this. I wish I never met Gina.
I wish I was single my whole life.
I wish I was living single. And that's the crossover.
Oh, my goodness.
Which came out before Friends, everyone.
Yep.
Like a year before Friends. That's
know your history.
Pretty interesting. NBC.
Oh.
You know what Living Single was about? Single friends in New York.
Sorry, their names didn't line up into an acronym for you.
Wait, is that what? Hey, today I learned.
Wait, what? Even I knew that.
Francine, Ross, Indigo, Neutral, Emily, Diana, and Sarah Jo, the Friends.
Yeah, the Friends.
Look, Goku's the winner, okay?
Goku is the winner.
Mm-hmm.
Not so fast, says the Grand Kai. Who then jumps in, and I'll skip to the good part. Because he questions Goku on whether or not they landed on the ceiling of the arena. That's right, it wasn't the wall, it was the ceiling. And then Grand Kai, after getting confirmation, says, you see, the ceiling is the same as the stadium floor, because if you're standing on your head, the floor is the ceiling and the ceiling is the floor. Therefore, it's a ring out. It's like, and he's holding the rule book, citing the exact paragraph. So that must be written in a text older than time.
I really wish we had a cutaway to like the book and it's just blank. Because that's what it felt like.
Yeah, it felt very Looney Tunes-esque.
Goku was perfectly fine with this. He's like, well, if I broke the rules, I guess that's what happened. King Kai went from being happy to the West Kai being like, actually, I love this. This is a great call. Ref. Good deed.
Actually, I'm glad we reviewed this foul to see if it was a flagrant. And in mine, King Kai says, "Oh no, I'm homeless again." And then in I don't know if you get this explanation, because Grand Kai is like, as a consolation prize, I'll train both Goku and Pikkon. I'll see you boys in 200 years.
That's close to mine. It is it's not an exact invitation. He's just like, hey, I'm in 200 or 300 years. I'm excited to see what you boys got. So not even like, I will train you. It's just like, come back.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you also don't get this interior monologue from Grand Kai, who says,
lay it on me.
"Oh man, I'm glad I gave him 200 years. That should be just enough time for me to get back into fighting shape."
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's like, tomorrow I'll quit smoking.
Tomorrow I'm gonna lay off the pancakes. No more Golden Corral for this Grand Kai.
He's just sneaking off to regular heaven to hit up the buffets.
Hey, Jimi Hendrix, scoot over. I'm gonna need a bigger slice of that spiral ham, sir, at the carving station.
Abraham Lincoln, watch your back. Ha. Just a little Grand Kai joke. How are the sweet potatoes? Gross. Don't get sweet potatoes at a buffet.
Yeah, don't do it.
But
be careful. They might hide cauliflower in there so you can get your vegetables.
Okay. I think we have a little bit of time. But at one of those style of buffets, what are you going for? What are the tips?
What are the tips?
Yeah, what are the foods that you're going for?
So I'm like, if it's a Chinese food style buffet, I'm going for the pepper chicken, the shrimp fried rice,
very nice,
the wontons, and the lo mein. All right.
Yes.
And I don't know if this is an East Coast thing, but most East Coast buffets also had steamed crab legs, whether it's on theme or not.
I think it's weekend. Those are like an evening or weekend dinner service where they pump that price up.
So that's the Chinese food buffet for me. At any other buffet, it's crab legs, soft serve ice cream.
Yes.
And then you get like the cookies that they have on the side and you just mash that into the ice cream.
Yeah.
That's what I always did.
You stone cold it.
Yeah. But what about you?
So for separate Chinese buffet, I'm loading up on dumplings.
Smart.
It's that first round is dumplings, like you said, the crab rangoon, which I can have because it's imitation. They're not putting real crab in that. And meat on a stick, baby.
Oh, how could I forget the chicken skewers?
The chicken skewers. And then after that, sushi's pretty ubiquitous. I'm fine with it at a buffet. I know some folks aren't, but I'm nasty like that. I tip them. You gotta.
You gotta.
At a regular buffet, I feel like it's just like it's mac and cheese, and then like you said, like the Grand Kai said, it's whatever they're carving for me, man.
Oh,
Not much
You
else
gotta-
is gonna be good.
You gotta hit that carving station. And I'm specifically thinking of what is it's like the Amish all you can eat buffet in Pennsylvania.
There used to be Ponderosas. I don't think that's it.
It's not the Ponderosa. It's like closer to Lancaster. But it's gotten Shady Maple. Shady Maple is what I'm talking about. And it used to be like a little hidden gem. Now everybody goes. So good luck. But the last addition to my orders or my plates at an all you can eat buffet, I'm getting the green apple jello.
Interesting.
I'm getting that cubed jello.
At a Chinese buffet, I like the little cakes that they had shipped in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the gel frosting sometimes. That and ice cream, pretty good. Pretty
good.
Darn good.
Carrot cake. The best carrot cake in the world is at a Chinese food buffet.
Maybe some melon. Look, this has been a buffet of fighting in this episode. A lot of different things. But let's get to the real meat of this, because the announcer goes, "Yep, Goku kept training. Anyway, 7 years go by.
Ooh.
Cut to Oith. Cut to the Sun residence. We have Gohan. He's all grown up.
Ooh, red pants and a vest. This boy looking good.
He's about to go off to school. Chi-Chi's there, hands him his lunch. She says, "Oh, you're as absent-minded as your father."
Yep.
And he calls for Kinto-un, which he now has. Hops on, and he's off to school, baby.
On to his first day of high school.
In Satan City. Because I think we find out later that they renamed it. Like freaks.
I just have the line from from the announcer. Last line before this episode fades into black and fades into the anticipation hallway of my mind. Gohan may have ventured across the galaxy and saved the Earth from pure destruction, but there's one great challenge he hasn't faced yet. High school.
Ooh. I'm the dumb smile on my face as this like minute sliver was coming on. It is it's happening. We're officially here.
We did it, dude.
Oh, it's about to be some rom-com bullshit.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Go on asking for special equipment from Bulma. Not a mustache yet.
No.
Hair,
No.
Krillin with hair.
Yeah. It's all coming together.
I'm so excited for the next part. And before we head out, I want to read this because it's apropos to this episode. We have some KHP research from Master Researcher Nick, who writes, "Welcome back to one of the most viewed clips of my childhood. I had the official VHS of this fight and was always blown away when Goku shouts, 'Super kaio-ken.' According to the official Dragon Ball Wiki, Goku is in Super Saiyan J. Goku is an SSJ1 grade 2. Think Super Vegeta versus Semi-Perfect Cell when he pulls it off, since he bulks up a bit before he does it. Apparently, Goku's only able to do it in other worlds since he's dead and doesn't have to worry about the strain on his body like like SSJ3. Personally, I think a living Goku could use it if he were in SSJ1 grade 4 when he and Gohan are Super Saiyans 24/7, because the entire idea of that form is that his body was acclimating to that state and nullifying any power stamina loss, or emotional distress. Mild spoilers for later. So cover your ears if you don't want to hear it. That's mine. But nullifying those aspects are what allows Goku to successfully combine kaio-ken with SSJ4 in Dragon Ball Heroes and SSJ Blue in Dragon Ball Super. Keep fighting, Master Researcher Nick.
Well, a big tip of the cap for unpacking this element of the episode for us, Nick. Really appreciate it. And with that explanation, all my questions are answered and all of my thoughts were validated or countered, which is just it's very cool that Dragon Ball is able to do this. And I think it is just it's great. Dragon Ball is great. There's a reason why it's been around for so long, and Toriyama's able to get away with like layering techniques and stuff later on because they don't over explain it. I think like Toriyama leans on the fact that we covered this. I don't care how long ago it was, but we covered it, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Just ride it out. You're gonna like the way you look. You're in Toriyama's warehouse.
Yeah. You're gonna like the form you take.
Exactly. But that's cool. The grading, that's some fine detail that I keep trying to pay attention to right now. But now that we've kind of moved away from all that stuff, and we're getting back to good old fashioned adventures in the next episode. I'm so hype to move smoothly into the second act of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, we're getting in. I hope you get a new opening. I know I am.
I know.
But we'll see. We'll talk about that next episode. We'll make sure it's a long go. Thank you all for listening. Donovan and Nick for submitting emails. If you want to write to us some KHP research, if you've unearthed any sort of 1 minute roundup yourself, you can write to kamehousepartypod@gmail.com. kamehouseparty.com for all the things. We're streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/kamehouseparty every Wednesday night. Come hang out. We're part of the Moonshot Network, a lovely and wonderful network of podcasts. That's kind of it.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you to all the patrons, and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And whether you are wiping your brow because you dodged having to train some weirdo guys from Earth, or you're riding that cloud heading to school, trying to make sure your dick don't get knocked in the dirt, you gotta keep fighting.
Kame House Party!